Addressing journalists at the party head offices in Kamocha today, Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi, the new principal, demanded the government to release all political prisoners, including the abductees, especially those who haven't been tried in the courts of law, and those missing as the search for those missing continues.
The rampant abductions and enforced disappearances. You all notice, ladies and gentlemen, that there's a new wave of abductions and enforced disappearances. Many of us have read about the times of Pandagari, the times of Idi Amin, but even what we read is not as bad as what we see today. It's very unfortunate that it's happening, but it's even more unfortunate that we see a very loud silence from leaders, from political leaders, from religious leaders, from cultural leaders.
Kyagulanyi, who was very vocal, blamed different institutions, including the media fraternity and the politicians, for not playing their roles in seeking answers to the current issues that affect not only those being abducted, but all Ugandans.
Dear religious leaders, we want to hear more of your voices. To the cultural leaders, we have many cultural leaders in Uganda. I'll talk mainly about where I come from. There has not been a horror here in Buganda, in the history of Buganda and the history of Uganda. There has never been any horror like the one happening today, where our children are abducted. You see their mothers crying, demanding for them. There has never been such a horror. Silence from the media, unlike the politicians, is either silence or diversion. For the politicians, all we hear them talk about on TV and radio interviews are matters that are not as important as this.
Honorable Joel Senyonyi, the party spokesperson, also said that it is not constitutional for the government to deny prisoners their rights, thus asking the government to expedite their trials.
Decided to hold on to for as long as they want. These are Ugandans whose rights are protected within the law, people who should ideally be granted bail. When you've been held for quite a bit of time, more than 6 months, and trial has not started, the law says you should be freed.
Some of the abductees narrated the manner in which they got arrested.
I was abducted on the 28th of August. They first abducted my friend. So my friend, they forced him to call me in a tricky way, to deceive me or to tell me about what we had talked about last night. So when I reached to those people, they took me to a nearby police station. After doing a certain statement with the police station, they rushed me into their drone car and they started abusing me, bullying me.
Meanwhile, speaking at the same gathering, the new president revealed his arrest while in UAE, as well as the objective that was behind staging the concert that was later cancelled in Dubai. However, Honorable Kyagulanyi contributed 10 million shillings towards the campaign of evacuating Ugandans who are stuck in the United Arab Emirates.
So we try to use our talents to help our brothers and sisters. We organized a concert, which concert was blocked by the Ugandan embassy in UAE, in Dubai. When I reached the airport, I was questioned for 8 hours. Apparently, the regime in Uganda, through the embassy of Uganda, said I am a terrorist, taking trouble to Dubai and the UAE. They said I shouldn't be allowed to conduct any business there. Of course, after all the questioning, the government of Dubai realized that I'm not a criminal.
According to statistics by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, over 400 Ugandans are stranded in the United Arab Emirates and need urgent help. Derek Avyanga for BTM News Today.